we are back after NFL Championship weekend has come and gone. The Super Bowl is now set. We have Seahawks Patriots. Nika, tell me, how are you feeling about it?
I kind of sensed that we're going to have those two teams playing against each other. Yes.
Well, yeah, it was leaning that way, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
The Seahawks just looked super tough after the 49ers stampede last weekend. And the Broncos lost their quarterback.
Yes.
And no one really thought they had much of a chance after that, I think.
Maybe yesterday in the first quarter, people thought.
Well, Mother Nature said not so fast and turned the second half of that game into probably one of the most boring AFC Championship games in my memory. We will talk about that weather in just a little bit with an article from our guy, Mike Florio, from NFL on NBC and Pro Football Talk. He had some thoughts about the weather in the AFC Championship yesterday. The NFC Championship was also scoreless in the fourth quarter. It was pretty crazy to see both championship games, no points scored in the fourth quarter. I mean, that's like crunch time in the playoffs when you're used to seeing heroes rise up in the
fourth quarter,
overcome.
Yeah, and
nothing. Yet nothing. So kind of an interesting wrinkle to this championship weekend. Nevertheless, I would be remiss if I didn't mention some more mismanagement from the Kyle Shanahan tree of coaching yesterday, courtesy of Sean McVay.
Oh, that's right.
This play happened, of course, at the end of the game when the second timeout was called by the Rams after the Seahawks had completed a catch for a first down. Or was it? Because the replay showed not only was the first down called when maybe it was questionable, it would have been close. But that also maybe it wasn't so much a catch. I happen to think it was a catch. I happen to think there was enough movement from the receiver after coming down with the ball that made him now a running back and just down by contact once the knee hit the ground. But nevertheless, I could see why some people after some of the calls this offseason were like, we should have at least reviewed that. But that was not the big time blunder here, Nika. The big time blunder was Sean McVay called a timeout as soon as the Seahawks got awarded the catch in the first down, because obviously clock was ticking, time was getting to be the enemy, and yet with two timeouts left, they call one, and then I look over and I see the red challenge flag in McVay's hand, and it's like he's talking to the three officials, and he's got the red flag in his hand, and you just slowly see him put it back in the back pocket, like. And it just made me wonder, like, is this a teaching lesson for all the coaches in the NFL to, yes, you got to be, of course, mindful of the clock and you want to get it stopped with as much time as possible all the time. But, like, you also have to take a fraction of a moment, a fraction of a moment and rethink the situation upon what's happening on the field.
You have to think on your feet really fast.
You do. And all professional sports, coaching, managing, whatever it's called in your sport.
Okay.
But it is tough to, and I think a lot of coaches struggle with bending from their philosophies and adapting to, like, in the middle of the game things. And for some reason, these Kyle Shanahan family of coaches cannot figure out clock management with timeouts and stuff. And I don't know if it's offensive arrogance. Sean Payton's right up there. These five coaches, Sean Payton, Kyle Shanahan, Sean McVay, Matt LaFleur, and Mike McDaniel, all in the top 7 as far as coaching mismanagement of the clock this year, according to data.
Yes. And we saw it firsthand.
So Rams go home. Matthew Stafford goes home. Sean McVay goes home. Now 10-6 in the postseason after he turns 40. Is he 1-1 since turning 40, or is he 0-1? I can't remember. When did he turn 40?
Saturday.
Oh, so he's 0-1 since turning 40. Oh, maybe it'll be a bad decade for him.
Ooh. Tough
one. We'll wait and see what happens with Matthew Stafford, but I don't think he's going to retire.
I don't think so. And the reporters asking him right after emotional game whether he's coming back or not, those are not the right questions to be asked.
Oh, yeah. Good reminder, Nika. This is a new rule, everybody. If you are doing a post game press conference, as a reporter, you are not allowed to ask any player or coach about their future, a player's future, or anything else other than what happened in that game in that moment.
Exactly.
The next day, you are allowed to ask whatever you want, but the night of, when you're interviewing that coach or player or whatever, stop it.
Yes.
Stop it.
Thank you. They are in emotional state. Would you make a decision when you are in emotion state?
You're not
No, you're not
to.
supposed to.
That's what we always got taught growing up.
But now it's like, oh, are you coming back next year? Are you going to be back? Blah, 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 blah. Who knows?
It just feels so tacky.
Yes.
And I see through the facade of it all. They can't help themselves to talk about the next thing and the next thing. As soon as this thing ends, it's like they're worse than the damn grocery store when Halloween ends and the Thanksgiving decorations are, or the Christmas decorations are already up when Halloween ends. They skip things.
The Thanksgiving and Christmas gets mixed
Christmas
together.
is over and Valentine's Day decorations are out December 26th. Like, they're worse than that.
Yes.
They are worse than that.
Exactly.
It is horrible. And I just wish there was some rule actually implemented. Like, you're not allowed to do this. And if you do this, your press credentials are going to get revoked. You're going to get suspended for enough time
For a season.
to get you kicked off the beat for a season, even if it's just like a month.
Yeah.
No publication can afford to go without their beat reporter for a month. So you lose the job.
Yeah.
But
Well,
I would like to see some consequences for the ridiculousness of questions like this happening at the moments that they happen. You can wait 12 hours or 18 hours or whatever it is until the next day. All these coaches do press conferences the next day. Stop it.
Exactly. It's a perfect
Talk
time.
about the game. Talk about the mismanagement of the clock with Sean McVay and why was the challenge flag in your hand and were you what happened?
you going
Explain the
through?
conversation
Exactly.
with the referee to me.
That's what's more interesting, not how you feel about the next season.
Terrible, terrible, terrible. A byproduct of the world we live in, unfortunately, and it is probably not going to change anytime soon.
Probably not.
Despite my grievings. Congratulations to the Seahawks and the Patriots. They will meet in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl of number 60. Nika.
Yep.
Number 60, everybody. Wow. We will have plenty of time to talk about this matchup and do a lot of breakdowns, but a couple early storylines that caught my attention.
Okay.
This was posted by Robert Griffin III, and I guess it's not so much a storyline as it is a stat, but you be the judge. Sam Darnold made it to a Super Bowl before Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Justin Herbert, Dak Prescott, Baker Mayfield, and Trevor Lawrence. All of the above. Now,
Are they all in
in
the
his
same?
defense, 4 of those quarterbacks are in the AFC, not the NFC, but I get what Robert Griffin is saying. Sam Darnold was there kind of for anyone to take last year, and the Seahawks chose him, and now he's in the Super Bowl, and they were rewarded for that. And yet, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, the people that we talk about being in the MVP conversation, Dak Prescott was regarded as the best quarterback not in the playoffs this year. So much emphasis in the modern game is put on, getting a franchise quarterback and getting an offensive-minded head coach to pair that quarterback with. Like, that's the goal or dream of every franchise right now. And yet, the Seahawks kind of went against the grain. They have a defensive head coach, and then they bring in Sam Darnold. Look, Sam Darnold did not look like any kind of a bust last night. Now, I know that the New York Jets probably didn't feel the same way when they let him go and leave the building all those years ago before he went to Minnesota and revived his career. But I feel like this is also a sign that instant gratification culture needs to end. And that there's more to an NFL team than just having an MVP quarterback. It certainly helps and is important, and I certainly want that for the Bears and for Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson. I want Caleb to be an MVP. I want him to win a Super Bowl because he's an MVP. But it's not the only thing that you need. And you don't necessarily need it if you have a Sam Darnold type situation here. He looked really good to me last night. He matched Stafford on the field, the NFL MVP frontrunner right now. I think Sam Darnold's probably going to continue to drive people nuts. I have no idea what is going to show up in the Super Bowl. I watched the Seahawks score 13 points at San Francisco. like the week after the Bears dropped 38 on them. Are we supposed to believe they weren't playing against the same defense?
Somebody didn't show up.
I know, but it's crazy to think about that. Was it the Seahawks offense that didn't show up against the Niners, or was it the Niners defense that didn't show up against the Bears?
Yeah, you can make both arguments.
But I would not. I would actually say it was the Seahawks offense. From what I saw last night, like, they should have put more points up on the Niners that week when they played them. They certainly did the second time they played them in the playoffs when they dropped 41 on them. The Seahawks look a lot better than I think people thought they were going into the playoffs because of that game against the Niners, and because of that,
That's the game where I changed my mind completely on the Seahawks.
Because you thought their defense was just too damn good because they held the Niners to 3 points after the Bears gave up 42 the week before. It was the same kind of thing. So, and I think that was 2 weeks before. No, that was the week before.
That was the week.
Yeah. I it's been so long ago now, I forget. But it was fun. Well, nevertheless, Sam Darnold makes it, and that's just football sometimes, And Josh Allen, he can cry about it all he wants on the offseason, but he's going to have a new coach. Lamar Jackson's already got a new coach. We'll wait and see who his offensive coordinator is going to be and if he wants to stay there or not.
That's true.
So many great things happening in the NFL. Skip Bayless, I wanted to mention this. Talk about your all-time overreactions from Skip. Let me read the tweet.
Okay, go ahead.
I don't think Tom Brady loves this. I don't think Tom Brady's going to love it for his legacy that some second-year starter, as he was, flipped the switch right back and got the Patriots right back to the Super Bowl. I think it'll, in Tom's eyes, diminish his legacy a little bit.
Oh, yes. Tom Brady's worried about his legacy today.
Yeah. Tom freaking Brady with his 7 Super Bowl rings is worried about Drake Maye, who hasn't even won a Super Bowl yet, by the way. Just got there.
Hey, this is the instant gratification culture by Skip Bayless. I want it already.
Oh my gosh. Just to think that Tom Brady's ego is that fragile. I mean, have you listened to him call a game? Like he
gets
seems
excited.
To adore great quarterback play.
I know.
And at least in the Caleb Williams Bears games that I heard him cover this year, like he was cheering on all the quarterbacks and wishing them well. Jordan Love, Caleb Williams, Malik Willis.
Absolutely.
All of them. You know, like he doesn't discriminate, I think, against anybody, including Drake Maye. This is hilarious that anyone would think he's got that fragile of an ego to me.
Yeah.
I don't see it.
I don't buy it.
I mean, the guy's like still the world's most eligible bachelor, probably, besides Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh, God.
I'm teasing and joking about that. I don't know. You pick your poison, ladies. Nika picked hers already.
Thank you. It's right there.